USD hits 45%. South Dakota State just a tick under 45%. Free throw shooting USD's third, South Dakota State 10th. State is also 10th in rebounding and 10th in assists. USD 9th in rebounding and 6th in assists. Gets set to throw it up. It'll be Rao jumping center against Counts. And the ball is controlled by the blue-clad South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Tony Matthews and Chris White in the backcourt. This is Matthews with it. He had 25 last night to lead the Jackrabbits at Sioux City against Morningside. Gives it up to White. That's Boer on the outside. White's first shot of the night, and it goes. Keep in mind, he was 8 of 12 from the field, or actually he was 5 of 17 from the field last night. 0 of 6 from three-point land. 2-0 Jackrabbits. Brannigan against the modest pressure by the Jackrabbits as they set up in a man-to-man defense. Five-field top of the key. Brannigan. Ryan Williams now. Rao. Torranes with the first two for the Coyotes.
We saw Torranes take a lot of shots like that last night, right around the top of the key and over on the right and left side, and he was hitting them.
Torranes had 9 last night in the loss to Augie. Matthews down to the corner. Matthews, ball knocked away by Brannigan. 2-on-3 for the Coyotes. Williams right side. Well, for the first time in 2 nights, USD has a lead on their home floor as Williams, or White, I should say, loses the ball out of bounds.
And Williams made that last bucket. It was just a lay-in, but it was 2 points, and he got him early. Maybe that'll pump him up.
USD never led in their loss last night to Augustana. They got behind 4-0, and the Vikings never looked back. Full court pressure for the Jackrabbits. Williams says clear it out as he gives it up to Torranes. Brannigan. Rao. Torranes again, a three-pointer. He's got 5 of the Coyotes' first 7. Matthews for 3. One shot and out for the Jackrabbits. Back the other way. Brannigan underneath. Rao tried to go up strong, but he was fouled out of the way to the hoop, and Rao will go to the free throw line.
Here's the pass coming underneath. Rao just fakes him up. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're just not going to get that too.
Chris Counts whistled for the personal, his first, the team's first, the first foul of the ball game. Jeff Rao on the year, 75% free throw shooter. He's a 6'9" senior out of Harlan, Iowa. One of the returners this season for Dave Boots' club. Makes 1 of 2. 7-2 USD leading South Dakota State. 17:54 to play first half of the Dakota Dome. It's 8-2. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
Yonder comes some outdoorsmen.
So, how far to the river?
On them tires?
Don't worry. We won't.
7 hours later, your lone general.
For passenger car or light truck tires, see OK Tire in Sioux Falls. OK Tire has a complete selection of general tires to fit your needs. OK Tire, your neighborhood professionals at the corner of Rice Street and Cliff Avenue, Sioux Falls.
This is great. Watch this. It's a test. These guys think that both of these are aquariums. Wrong. Actually, one of them is a Hitachi big screen TV. Thanks to Ultravision with its ultra clear, ultra bright, ultra sharp picture. They don't have a clue which is which. Okay, time's up. It's this one. Hey, where are you going? You're going to miss the commercial.
See Modern Electric or Team Electronics.
Back inside the Dakota Dome, and tonight it's the USD Coyotes getting off to the early start as they jump out to a 6-point advantage on South Dakota State. 8-2. Get a good look at Dave Boots on the USD bench. His 3rd year in charge at Vermilion.
He's got to like this start better than last night.
Here comes South Dakota State with just a field goal up on the board. Matthews, 1 of 2 now from the field for Matthews, cuts it to an 8-4 lead, and again, full court pressure. This is exactly what Dave Boots was worried about. They can't do anything with it. And Ryan Williams is forced to call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here with the score 8-4, USD leading South Dakota State. And Dave Boots told us coming into the weekend he was very concerned, especially with the pressing ability of South Dakota State, and it plays early dividends for the Coyote, or for the Jackrabbits.
That's kind of the first time that really South Dakota State looked like they really had some intensity. It seemed like they were a little tentative offensively and even defensively in getting back. We saw a long pass from USD resulted in a foul and 1 of 2 free throws made, and I think that was the first time SDSU really got after it defensively, and it forced them to call a timeout.
The concern, obviously, after a big win last night, which is what South Dakota State had at Morningside, is that you're going to kind of have a drop in momentum. And I guess probably the best thing as far as South Dakota State is concerned is that they're playing here tonight against this team, because motivation is not a problem anytime USD goes against South Dakota State in any sport.
And I think one of the other things we touched on at the beginning might also be happening, that the little extra pressure that certainly they have to keep up, maintain with the upper echelon in the NCC, and that's a little extra pressure, and they might be feeling it just a bit.
So after the timeout now, it's a ball out of bounds to the Coyotes, as Rao will get it in, and he gets it into Williams. Rao has it, and they don't want the ball in his hands. He's not their strongest ball handler out there, and they give it up to Brennigan, who is one of the stronger ball handlers. Still man-to-man for South Dakota State. Williams guarded by Boer, gives it to Rao, with Leiferman on him. Taranes, who's guarded by White. Byfield's first shot. Rebounded by Leiferman. And here come the Jackrabbits. Counts on the inside over Rao.
Nice move from Counts to protect the ball on the way up.
His first 2. 8-6 now is the USD lead. And again, the Coyotes having all kinds of problems with the press. They don't beat the time clock. 35 seconds show on the time clock, and that means that it took 10 seconds. And a turnover, and credit some ball-hawking defense by South Dakota State.
They're starting to pick it up a notch, and that's exactly what USD did not want. They wanted to jump out to an early lead, get that crowd up and off their feet.
Dave Boots very concerned anytime he goes up against a club that has very quick team speed, and that's exactly the situation here tonight going against SDSU. So now the Jacks with a chance to tie it with a 2. They can take the lead with a 3. Leiferman on the inside, bumps Rao and had to alter his shot. Boer throws it up, and he'll go to the line. First free throws of the night for the Jackrabbits. First team foul on the Coyotes, and it goes against Taranes.
Here's the replay. Forced him to alter his shot. Luckily for USD, it did not fall.
Correction on the foul. It goes against Doug Moeller, 32, who's in there. He fouled out of last night's ball game. Boer, a hometown kid for the Jackrabbits, went to Brookings High School. 71% free throw shooter on the year. One impressive thing about State's win last night is they did it without Corey Van Wettering off the bench and Pete Leiferman, who both had 4 fouls early in the second half and basically sat most of the final 20 minutes. Tie ball game at 8-8. Brennigan to Williams. Williams tried to force it inside to Rao. The Jacks with a chance to take the lead. It would be their first. White guarded by Taranes. Matthews in the corner. Here's White for three. Rebounded by Brennigan. Traveling on Williams. So another turnover for the Coyotes. It's still 8-8 with 15-18 to play. First half from the Dome. USD 8, South Dakota State 8. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
Let me introduce Apple's new Macintosh computer line. They're exciting and truly affordable. Starting with the already famous Mac.
The fans going after it early.
So following the turnover by the Coyotes, the Jacks again with a chance to take their first lead of the ballgame. USD is led by as many as 6. Matthews for 2. Leiperman went over the back. He fouled Moeller on the way up, and it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, here's the miss, and good position. Coming up and over. Now the problem for USD is getting the ball in and getting it over the timeline.
So that's twice now that USD has had a chance to take the lead. One of the problems with USD last night, they had a couple of opportunities and didn't take advantage. So we'll keep track of that for you. Toronto's back for the Coyotes. A long three-pointer for Brennigan. Inside, Rao wrestles the offensive board. Again, Coyotes by 2. Offensive foul on Chris White. White got caught using the elbow that time. Turnover for the Jackrabbits.
Chances are real good. If he just didn't stick out that elbow, he wouldn't have been called. But just with the elbow coming up, whether he really pushed off or just kind of using it as a shield or whatever.
That's true because there wasn't that much contact. But when you see that forearm go up, that's going to get a whistle every time. Williams trying to beat the pressure by himself, and he does. We've played 5.5 minutes. Coyotes lead it by 2. Toronto's from 16. Rebounded by Williams. White's ahead as Brennigan to beat, and he does. Second tie of the night, this one at 10. Foul by Counts. Second personal on Chris, non-shooting variety, ball out of bounds to the Coyotes. Brad Timmerman, red-hot Brad Timmerman, we should say, checks in for South Dakota State. The 6'6" sophomore, 7 of 7 from the field last night against Morningside. One of those is the three-pointer. He finished with 15. Also into the ballgame for the Jackrabbits, Troy Bauman, the 6'2" freshman of Holland, Minnesota, went to Russell Tyler Ruthven High School. If his name sounds familiar, he's the brother of South Dakota State quarterback Shane Bauman.
SDSU, yellow, and blue. SDSU, yellow, and blue.
Brennigan working on Matthews. Moeller on the inside. And again, USD with a lead as they drop back into the matchup zone. Timmerman misses for the first time this weekend. It was a 3. Long ahead, they try to get it to Toronto's, and another turnover for the Coyotes.
Brennigan, a big assist man, the leader for USD in assists, but just fired that one a little bit too far in front.
Tyrone Morris also in there for USD now. 12-10. Coyotes lead it. 13-10 to play first half.
Oh, same thing. Matthews looking for the same thing. Guy open underneath, but just he wasn't on the same page with Matthews, though.
That's the old anticipation play, and sometimes you can mind read, and other times you look bad, and on that one it looked bad. Moeller gets it across. Moeller stops. Moeller hits. Coyotes again by 4. They've led by as many as 6. State has yet to lead. We've had 2 ties.
The same thing.
That was live action. We weren't showing you a replay.
Matthews expecting Leiferman to cut back inside.
And Jim Thorson reminding Matthews that they're out there in blue jerseys tonight. Coyotes with a chance to match their biggest lead of the night. Or go ahead of that biggest lead as Moeller hits a 3. And it's now a 7-point advantage at 17-10. Bauman to Timmerman, back to Bauman. 3rd time in a row the Jackrabbits can't connect. 3rd time in a row they come down and don't even get a shot off.
Well, that time a man was there. He just threw it a little too high and hard.
And again, USD trouble with the state press. And it's a little sloppy right now. Matthews wants to run play number 3. Matchup zone again for the Coyotes. They'll stay in that most of the night. Matthews to Leiferman, to Boer, left alone, corner to the free throw line. He had 14 last night against Morningside. That's 1 above his average. Williams for 3. Rebounded by Morris. Williams still hasn't found the touch this weekend. Offensive foul on Williams.
Ducking his head and throwing that forearm.
11:09 to play first half from the Dakota Dome. USD leads South Dakota State 17-12. You're watching North Central Conference basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
Man-up defense, trying to get the ball over the timeline, and USD having trouble, or I should say SDSU having trouble finding people open under the basket in their own color.
3 straight times South Dakota State came down and couldn't even get to the ball, and the teammate instead threw it out of bounds without getting a shot off. Here's State on offense now. Boer in the corner who hit moments ago. Bauman on top. Guarded by Williams. Inside. Corey Van Wettering in there for the first time. Boer. Rebounded by Morris. Brannigan sets up the offense. Morris his first shot. Rebound to Boer, gives it up to Bauman. Timmerman on the inside. Well, before the ball went out of bounds, we've got a foul whistled on Tyrone Morris. Dave Boots and I were happy with the call, but we'll take a look at number 40 and see what happens here. There's Morris right there. Well, we didn't see the complete play, so we can't tell you what the violation was, but they're saying it was a foul, and so it's...
Instant replay rules, inconclusive evidence.
3-point shot put up that time by Ryan Notches, who checks into the ballgame, the 6'2" freshman from Milford, Iowa. 17-12, Coyotes lead the Jackrabbits. Brannigan. Terranes down the lane. Terranes will go to the line. Fouled by Notches. His first. Troy Taranez, a freshman out of Cedar Rapids, a mathematics major who was selected to the McDonald's All-Star team as a high school player. Also a 2-year letterman in baseball.
Very poised individual for a freshman.
He redshirted last year as USD didn't need a lot of help with Graves and Good Hope and Hatchett and crew as they went on to win the postseason tournament of the North Central Conference and went to the NCAA Division II playoffs. As Taranez hits them both. It's one of two, I should say. 18-12, USD leads South Dakota State. They've led by as many as 7. Not just to Timmerman, who's wide open on the inside and hits over Rao. Rao got there late, and I don't think Timmerman knew how open he was. Flanagan guarded by Notches. Taranez out to Williams, who might have shuffled his feet. To Rao. Rao over Vanna Wettering. Rebounded by Bauman. Vanna Wettering over Rao. Might have been partially blocked off the side of the board. Rebounded by Taranez. Williams in the corner.
And Williams just not getting open in the offense.
Leiferman will be back in when it's dead for the Jackrabbits. Taranez, or actually that was Brannigan who tried the 2. Neither team can find the mark right now. Bauman all the way around. Rao too strong. Rebounded by Vanna Wettering. He can't hit, but it was tipped in that time.
Timmerman.
By Timmerman. Back to a 2-point game at 18-16.
Great job of USD to throw it over the defense.
Taranez, Williams. Williams for 3. Seventh leading scorer in the North Central Conference, averaging 17 a game. Coyotes back up by 5. Timmerman against Rao. Vanna Wettering gets Morris off his feet, takes it to the lane. A nice move for a freshman. Bowler will be in when it's dead. Brannigan working against that state man-to-man defense. To Taranez. Morris, a 2-pointer. Rebounded by Bauman. White all the way. He's been quiet. Still has yet to get on track. Williams back the other way. Morris in the middle. Excellent feed that time by White. White back the other way with a miss. Whistle and a foul. It'll go against Vanna Wettering.
White here, I think, trying to force something up. His second miss in 2 attempts right there. And there's the over the back.
6:33 to play. First half. USD leads SDSU 23-18. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network. It's in 7. And now they're up by 5 at 23-18. With 6:33 to play, first half. They've been having problems with the full court pressure from State.
That's the guy they wanted to take up there was Brannigan.
They get it across, but it wasn't pretty. Williams for 3. He had his mind made up before he even got the ball that he was going to shoot it, and I think that might have been a little out of his range. Boer inside, Timmerman wide open. He traveled though. He had a little bit too much time to think about what he was going to do with it, and in the process, he did the bunny hop. Still a 5-point game at 23-18.
That's what USD needs on that press, is to get it into Brannigan's hands, let everybody else clear out.
Williams to Boer for three. Biggest lead of the night for the Coyotes at 8, 26-18. And again, South Dakota State, trouble holding on to the basketball. Turnovers really a key here in the early going for the Jackrabbits. Van Wettering will come back in. He places Timmerman.
There's Brannigan. So everybody out.
USD has solved their problem against the press. South Dakota State has yet to find the cure for throwing the ball away. Right now, that's why the Coyotes lead it by 8. They've also started to pick up their shooting a bit. Shot missed on the inside by Taranez, and Moeller is going to be called for the over the back.
And Taranez in there saying something. That was a nice leaner from Taranez, but hit off the back side of the iron. And the foul was back and back there, all those packed.
Second personal on Moeller. Tyrone Morris back in there. He will give Taranez a rest. Van Wettering around Rao, a nice move.
Van Wettering has certainly shown flashes, hasn't he?
Keep in mind, he's just a freshman.
Yeah.
Kaukauna, Wisconsin.
Yeah, sometimes not real sure, but other times.
Good hands that time by Boer, but he couldn't come up with a steal. Brannigan back the other way, and Boer apparently got some wrist.
That's a big one. That's Moeller's third.
Boer trying to make up for the mistake not being able to get the ball. And
there was, yeah, coming in from behind.
John Brannigan to the line. 5'11" sophomore out of Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
I had that foul on Moeller, 32 for USD. That's 32 for SDSU. That's only Boer's first.
Brannigan, while in high school, received the Presidential Physical Fitness Award. 27-20 is your USD lead now with 4:25 to play, first half. Matthews tried to go around Williams, tries the other side, off balance.
Sweet.
That's an NBA sort of offense. One guy touches it and he comes up with a bucket.
And only his second basket of the night.
Cuts it to 5 at 27-22. Inside 4 minutes to play, first half.
Oh, here we go.
Williams and Matthews are having a war as they ball hawk each other all over the floor. And Boer called for the foul. We'll take a look at it again.
And this is his second. There's DC number 32. Yeah, coming in and slapping on the wrist.
He whacked Rao on the arm. It's bonus time for the Coyotes, and Rao will go to the line. Rao, 13 points and 10 rebounds in a losing cause last night against Augustana. Rao is a business major at USD, and he hits them both. 3:51 to play. First half from the Dakota Dome. USD 29, South Dakota State 22. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
On days when nothing seems to go right, the last thing you need to go wrong is your copier. Elite Business Systems and Rico will keep your office on the move. Rico is innovation in copiers, and Elite Business Systems is your source for Rico. Rico is quality in copiers, and quality is at Elite Business Systems. Elite Business Systems features authorized service by factory-trained technicians. You make the decisions, and when the decision has to be made, remember Rico Copiers and Elite Business System.
South Dakota State University in Brookings. A time to learn. A time to grow. A time to create memories that will last a lifetime.
It's up. Again, USD in their matchup zone. Matthews in the corner, guarded by Williams. Matthews with 2 in a row now. Again, full court pressure for the Jackrabbits, and they get it in the hands of Brennigan. That's proved to be the key so far for USD. Bowler brings it back out, and Brennigan will set up the offense. Williams for 3. If he gets hot, State is in trouble. Matthews has hit his last 2. Here's a guy that needs to heat it up for State. And right on cue, Chris White knocks down a 3.
He heard you.
He was 0 for 6 last night against Morningside from three-point land and buries the tray here. 32-27, a 5-point lead for the Coyotes.
Here's Williams, no.
Rao way out, guarded by Vanna Wettering, inside of Moeller. There's Morris posting up on Bauman.
Morris, great position inside.
6'5", going against 6'2", and the 3-inch advantage paid off for Morris that time. Vanna Wettering on the inside. 2:10 to play. Coyotes by 7. White, who hit moments ago. Rebounded by Leiferman. Williams controls it, and he's knocked out of bounds, and a jump ball. And the possession arrow pointing towards the Coyotes. Leiferman and Williams went out of bounds hard that time. And on the alternating possession, ball out of bounds to USD.
Now watch this jump ball. Boom.
Brennigan gets it across the timeline to Williams. Bowler has got some pushing on the inside, and Bauman was holding Morris that time after Bauman got beat moments ago on the inside by Morris. And it's free throw time for Tyrone.
Well, SDSU piling up the fouls. 2 players have 2 each, but that's it.
Morris, a sophomore from Bloomington, Indiana, went to North High School as he misses on the first. But it's rebounded by Moeller. So second chance for USD as they lead it by 7. Their biggest lead of the night was 8 at 26-18. Morris rebounded by Williams, gives it up. Alternating possession will go back to South Dakota State.
Nice hustle from Ryan Williams, though, getting in there with the big guys to force the jump ball.
So after a little mop-up work on the USD end, the Coyotes will have the basketball with 1:31 to play first half and a 7-point lead staring them in the face. Bauman guarded by Taranes. Bauman behind the pick by Leiferman, leans in. Had a chance of getting his own board. Vander Wettering had a follow attempt, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Is that Rao?
And it is on Rao.
There's the miss. And Rao, I guess they're calling him there with his left hand slapping. only his first.
Van Wettering, a true freshman, was born in Augsburg, Germany in 1971. Majors in electrical, or plans to major in electrical engineering. Don't want to jump the gun with these freshmen. They're still deciding what they want to do. Member of the National Honor Society in high school. His high school club unbeaten his senior year. Twice the conference player of the year in Wisconsin. Misses a second, rebounded by Bauman. And he'll go to the line for the three-point play attempt.
Bauman's first bucket of the night. It's a big one.
So it was a 7-point lead moments ago for USC, now cut to 4, and it could be cut to 3 as Bauman will go to the line.
That's Brennigan's first foul.
Troy, a redshirt freshman. Misses, but rebounded by Van Wettering, and he will go to the line.
What a big trip down the floor. If they can convert.
And again, it's on Rao, who picks up 2 quick ones. Bonus time. They were saying it was not a shooting foul, so a 1-on-1. That correction, it was on Morris, his second. And the officials are checking, is it a 1-on-1? And the answer, yes, it is. Van Wettering on the year, a 60% free throw, 70% I should say, free throw shooter, averages 6 points a game. And now the bonus. 1:10 to play. This could cut it to 2. South Dakota State has never led. It's been tied twice. Again, they missed the second, but this time they can't get it back, or will they? Yes, no.
Foul.
Foul on Bauman. I thought for a moment they might have said Morris was on the line, but they're saying he was pushed by Bauman. So now we walk to the other end, and it's free throw time for USD.
Well, a 4-point trip down the floor.
Again, Morris to the line. He shoots 60% from the stripe, had just 2 points in the loss to Augustana last night. Ryan Natchez checks back in for South Dakota State. Troy Bauman will sit down.
Morris from a big basketball town, Bloomington, Indiana.
You'll watch his eyes, you'll see he looks everywhere but at the basket as he's getting set, and then just at the last moment, he'll cast a glance up towards the rim. And it works that time as he hits them both to put USD back up by 5 at 36-31. Final minute 5 of the first half. White down the heart of the lane, shot blocked that time by Brennigan. Fouled by Van Wettering.
Nice drive, but a great strip. Is that Brennigan getting his hands in there? And then Rao in the process of just spinning around to try and get out. Foul on Van Wettering.
Rao to the line. One of the few senior players on the Coyote roster. Back 1 of 3, Moeller, Fifield, and Rao will all be done after this season. As Fifield checks back in, Morris will sit down. With Brennigan, Williams, and Taranas, 3 of the starters, all back for at least 1 more year. Taranas back for 3 more, Brennigan back for 2 more, Williams, a junior college transfer, back for 1 more. Inside a minute to play. First half, Coyotes by 6 at 37-31. Notches around the pick by Leiferman. Rebounded by Fifield, and USD will work for 1 shot with 35 seconds left first half.
State go! S-G-A-T-E go! State go! S-G-A-T-E go! State go!
25 left.
S-G-A-T-E
Brennigan working it on White.
S-G-A-T-E go! State go!
Rao way out, 3-point land. Brennigan. 10 seconds left in the half now. Torres to Brannigan, and now they'll get into the offense. 5 seconds left. Williams hit a three-pointer at the half last night. He'll hit a two-pointer tonight as time runs out of the first half. USD 39. South Dakota State 31 at the end of 20 minutes. You're watching North Central Conference basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
Found themselves in last night against Augustana.
And so the Coyotes with the basketball to start the second half. Rao, Torres, Moeller, Williams, and Brannigan out there for the home team. That's Moeller for three. First shot of the second half, no good, but rebounded by Torres underneath. Nice body control inside. Didn't have anything off to the left, so swung back around to the right. And a 10-point lead now is the biggest of the ball game for USD. Leiferman back the other way, can't put it in as he tried to take it in against Moeller that time. Williams got it off to Rao that time, puts it up over Leiferman, gets his own board, but it's stripped away that time by Boer. Matthews inside. That's Chris Counts, who we haven't heard much from so far in the ball game.
Only his second bucket, but a strong move inside to take it in.
He had just 2 last night at Morningside. He's got just 4 tonight. He averages 7 on the year. Williams for 2. Rebounded by Rao. Moeller also fought for, bodies flying. State maintains control.
And they've got the numbers.
Moeller came flying in over the scorer's table, and now he'll go back the other way. And Brannigan says run play number 1. Williams inside to Torres, who was pushed in the back that time by White. Non-shooting foul, ball out of bounds to the Coyotes.
Here you see White. Here's right arm. A little bit late came in. We came in there. He's pushing off a little bit with that right forearm.
Torres mauled on the inside, no foul. The USD bench can't believe it, but it's back the other way for South Dakota State. Matthews over Rao. That's 5'9", putting it up over 6'9", and it didn't go. Brannigan to Williams. Torres shot blocked by White. Moeller on the inside to Rao. Foul that time by Counts. Take a look at it again.
Here's the pass inside. Nice look into Rao. 4-4 with the arm coming up over top.
17:55 to play, second half on the Dakota Dome. USD leads South Dakota State 41-33. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network. To the line, and he hits on the first of 2. He was fouled moments ago by Counts. Counts now has 3.
Okay, 1 now. Box out correctly.
Again, a 10-point advantage for the Coyotes. It matches their biggest lead. Torres almost with a steal. White, a long three-pointer, and it's even longer. Rebounded inside by Moeller. USD with their first chance to really put some distance in between themselves and State as Moeller's 3 rims out. Tried to get it inside to Leiferman, but he was fouled on the pass.
It's Moeller.
It's going to go against Moeller.
That's his 3rd. Moeller with 3 for USD. Counts with 3 for SDSU.
No one with that magical 4 yet, which is the one that really puts you in foul trouble. Boer just getting it on his fingertips to keep it from going out of bounds. Again, the matchup zone for the Coyotes. We've seen them run that the entire way tonight. White driving the lane.
White really looks like he's got the athletic ability to just take over this game, drive inside and do whatever he wants.
Brennigan guarded by Matthews. Back to an 8-point game for the Coyotes. Taranes, Brennigan, Moeller. Now here's Williams up top. Taranes tried to hand it off to Rao, finally gets it to Rao. Rao double team, throws up a wild shot. He thought he was fouled. Moeller gets it back. He can't hit. 2 chances that time for the Coyotes. White thought about the 3, dumped it off to Leiferman, who was thinking that White was going to shoot it. State gets it back. Leiferman over Rao. We walked with it though.
Yep.
Good call.
I tell you though, on the defensive end, number 32, Jeff Boer, doing a great job of shadowing Ryan Williams. Williams has been trying to get off a shot and he just can't do it.
Byfield will return for the Coyotes when it's dead. Williams to Rao on the inside, shot blocked by Leiferman. Dave Boots wants a foul, no whistle, back on the Jackrabbits. Oh, a lazy pass that time by Matthews, but Williams fouls him.
They call it a Taranes or Williams?
Oh, they did call it on Taranes, 22, as both he and Williams were there. There's Taranes with the reach, and Williams also got there late, and he also slapped on the arm, and so it's kind of take your pick there. 15:56 to play, second half. USD 43, South Dakota State 35. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network. The 174th meeting between these two clubs. Leiferman on the inside, foul on his way to the hoop.
Byfield. Watch 3-4 coming in from the top. There's the right hand.
Leiferman, another local boy for the Jackrabbits. He went to Brookings High School along with Jeff Boer. Leiferman, a 6'7" sophomore, hits 70% of his free throw offerings.
Looking for his first point.
A plant science major at South Dakota State. A redshirt freshman, now a sophomore. Played a couple of years at Elkton High School before moving to Brookings. Hits them both. Back to a 6-point game at 43-37. Brennigan gets it across the timeline to Williams. Taranes, Byfield. Matthews went for the steal that time, which leaves Brennigan open for a moment. Inside Taranes. 15 on the shot clock for the Coyotes. Williams with 7 on the clock. 4 on the clock. Williams. And they're saying it was a 2-pointer. So good clock management that time by the Coyotes. They didn't get frazzled when they couldn't get something going early. They used about 43 of the 45 seconds and come away with a bucket.
And Boer went for a steal with about 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Didn't get it, and he lost Williams.
Here's Leiferman back on the inside, and again, Leiferman will go to the line. Tyrone Morris checking back in for USD.
Here's the replay.
And it was Moeller getting there late.
Sliding across with the body. Huh?
With the body on the shoulder.
That's his 4th. Talking about the magical number 4 foul.
Well, they're saying it wasn't a shooting foul. Jim Thorson beside himself on the South Dakota State end. But as you mentioned, that was number 4 on Moeller, so we'll keep an eye on him as he's out of the game now. Counts on the inside. Hacked that time by Byfield.
Byfield thought he had all ball.
And that
Let's
was
see.
a shooting foul.
We got a great view of it. A little bit of arm in there, huh?
Chris Counts from Gervais, Oregon. Son of former NBA player Mel Counts. That name may sound familiar. Mel, I know one of the teams he made a stop with was the Phoenix Suns. I do remember that. And he makes one of two to cut it to a 7-point game now at 45-38 USD. And again, full court pressure for the Jackrabbits. The run and jump, Boer coming over that time, but Brannigan got it across to Williams. Williams chased all over the floor by Matthews, swinging over to Morris. Brannigan. Morris. Williams around the pick that time by Byfield, and he hits it too.
And again, as you said, Matthews covering that time, and not Jeff Boer.
And a walking violation on Chris White. So again, USD with a chance to go up by double digits. They've led by as many as 10. In fact, the first bucket of the second half put them up by double digits at 41-31.
And now Boer back covering Ryan Williams.
Morris trying to get it to Taranez on the inside. Instead gets it up top to Byfield, and he's hacked on the arm that time by Leiferman. Non-shooting foul, second personal on Leiferman. Jim Thorson will go to the bench for Brad Timmerman. Leiferman will sit down with his two personals. 13:21 to play. Second half from the Dakota Dome in Vermillion. The finale of our NCC basketball weekend here on the Eyewitness Sports Network. Morris on the inside. Biggest lead of the night for USD at 11, 49-38.
Morris, a great job of getting position inside.
Shot missed, rebounded by Counts. Counts puts it up on the follow and scores.
Seven points for Chris.
Jeff Rao will check back in when it's dead for USD. Brannigan left alone. Doesn't shoot very often. Byfield, a slow bounce pass over to Williams. Morris with 15 on the clock. Tried to get it inside, but it was knocked away that time by Counts. He was looking for Byfield underneath.
Got a little lucky too. Byfield had slipped.
And Byfield sits down as Rao comes back in. .14 left on the clock for USD as they get it in. And they try to separate Taranez and White on the inside.
A little scrapping going on. Nothing major.
State will stay with their man-to-man defense on the out-of-bounds play.
Ryan, go.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brannigan a bit out of control. Spinning through the lane. Shot blocked on the inside. Matthews will try to go all the way for State. And offensive interference that time by Counts. Take a look at it again. There's Matthews. Did a little bit too much head of steam, and it was too strong.
Yeah, nice move, and this ball might have gone in by itself. No, it was bouncing out.
Well, now they're not. Now they're not even calling Counts for offensive interference. They're calling him for a foul. So that changes things a little bit. 11:59 to play, second half. We're going to take a break as the Coyotes lead it by 9. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
Now back
back to Cooking with Aubrey.
Okay. Have we got our ingredients ready?
Boer again, I think he's doing such a good job of covering Williams. I think after a while he figures, oh, I can make up some time and I'll give him a little room. He did that time. He got lucky. Williams missed.
This is Boer with the basketball, guarded by Brannigan to Van Wettering on the inside. Boer for three. Rebounded by White on the inside. His follow no good. Tipped up and in that time, I believe, by Van Wettering.
And Van Wettering is hurt.
And he is hurt, limping badly on this end of the floor as Rao goes around him, and no foul that time. South Dakota State trying to go on a bit of a run here. Matthews all the way. Matthews and a blocking foul. He'll go to the line.
Here's the drive. Boy, that's close. That's close. They're saying Rao was still sliding.
Matthews is still trying to gather his wits. The basket did count, and that cuts it to a three-point game at 49-46. So an 8-0 run here for the Jackrabbits. And Matthews looking to make it 9 straight for South Dakota State if he can convert on the three-point play.
And I think Van Wettering is walking a little bit better. It seems like they just popped him in the knee. One of those things that just kind of hurts for a second or two, and then you're all right.
Well, Matthews, a 3-year letterman from Elgin, Illinois, makes it a 4-point game. 49-45. Intensity level has definitely been turned up a couple of notches now.
Now they have Bauman on Williams.
Williams for three. And who's it on? It's on Van Wettering on the inside. Ball out of bounds to the Coyotes. Third foul on Van Wettering. USD with the ball and a 4-point lead. Brannigan guarded by Matthews. Morris with Timmerman on him. This is Taranes down the lane. Rebounded inside by Taranes, who puts it back up and in.
Nice hustle. Way to stay with it.
Matthews for three. Rebounded by Timmerman. And State will maintain possession.
Off of Ryan Williams, I guess they're saying.
Boy, some great hustle by both sides.
Yeah, it's picked up. You can feel it. The crowd senses it, and I'm sure you know the players do too.
Both coaches up off their feet. They're into it. Both jawing with the officials as they come down to either side, trying to get the slightest little edge they possibly can.
The Bobby Knight School of Philosophy.
Jim Thorson still working on the officials as they get it into Bauman. Again, USD in their matchup zone. White to Matthews to Bauman. Back to Matthews, who's looking inside at Timmerman. Matthews dumps it off to Timmerman. A nice feed. Matthews did an excellent job that time drawing the defense to him in the middle, and he dished it off to Timmerman, who cuts it back to a 4-point game.
And Chris White had been doing that earlier.
USD setting some nice picks for Williams. Inside Morris. Ran into Van Wettering, no foul. Morris will get it back. And a fresh 45 for the Coyotes. Williams for three.
As His third tray of the night, and again, a double pick down there, and Rao was the last one. Bauman was not getting around him.
That gives the U a bit more breathing room now with a 7-point lead. White back the other way. Nice body control. Can't get it to fall. Here comes Brennigan back the other way. Matthews to beat.
Brennigan's first bucket of the night to go with one free throw.
Vander Wettering back the other way. Travel with the ball. Once you establish a pivot foot, you can't change it, and Vander Wettering did it that time, and the officials caught him. Brennigan back the other way to Rao.
Nice.
Jim Thorson has seen enough. Timeout, South Dakota State. They trail it by 11. 58-47 USD. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
You're hearing a lot about new faces in home improvement centers around Sioux Falls. We're bigger, better, and cheaper. That's what you hear. Schoenemann's has done business in these parts for over a century. They've been offering value and quality to homeowners and do-it-yourselfers for 5 generations. Sure, there will always be somebody new making big promises, and there will always be Schoenemann's delivering quality products that are the best value for you. Schoenemann's, not the newest name in home improvement, just the best. At 4000 Southwestern and downtown Sioux Falls.
Ford Tempo is designed to put quality right at your fingertips, along with a number of other things. And as you can see, its value is also well within your reach. Ford Tempo. Who says you have to be well-to-do to do it well?
From quality people come quality products. See your local Northland Ford dealer.
Welcome back to a very noisy Dakota zone where things are running on all cylinders right now for USD.
That's exactly right. Ryan Williams is hitting the trays. That's what he's supposed to do. John Brennigan is getting the assists like right there. That's what he's supposed to do. And big Jeff Rao, the 6'9" senior on the inside, is getting the pass and laying it in on the inside. That's what he's supposed to do.
It's no mistake when you see Brennigan with an assist. He's number 2 in the conference in that department.
And it's exactly what they were lacking last night.
Each side with 2 timeouts left. Final 8 minutes and 9 seconds. And an 11-point lead for USD, which matches their largest of the night.
On the flip side, plenty of time for SDSU.
White over Taranez. A nice shot by White, who, again, shows great body control.
White and Matthews are having excellent success penetrating.
Back inside, double digits now. Here's Brennigan. He's been making things happen with it. And he'll pull it out. Williams now looking for every shot he can, something we didn't see from him last night. Morris was held on the inside by Timmerman before the shot. As Boer will check back in for South Dakota State. Ball out of bounds to the Coyotes.
He's coming in for Matthews, so look for number 12, Chris White, to be doing the ball handling for SDSU, driving in the lane.
Also Leiferman back in. He will take the place of Timmerman, who just picked up his first foul. Brennigan guarded by Bauman as again the Jacks go to man-to-man defense. Morris, Taranez, back to Morris. He walked. Yep.
Little bunny hop.
A late whistle, but he did move his feet before he put the ball on the floor. Back will come Moeller for USD. He will replace Morris. Top of the key, White.
Here he is.
White again penetrating. That's been effective. Rebounded by Van der Wettering.
If we watch the replay, Williams is the man I think they're calling the foul on, and he's hurt.
Well,
second
Williams,
night in a row, bloody nose.
It is the second night in a row that we've seen some blood. Last night it was Randy Rosenquist for USD, who we haven't seen yet in action tonight. And right now, I think, is the point where the officials have to seriously evaluate what's going on here and not let this thing get out of hand. Because it's really at the boiling point now. And when you start drawing blood out there, I think that's the point where the officials have to step in and say, okay, let's get control of this game once again. Anyway, the foul did go against Williams. That's his second, and it's bonus time. So Van der Wettering will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
And Williams, as you saw, is back in, so he's going to tough out whatever pains he's got. I think now they're saying, like last night, you got to take him out since he had medical
just
help
like they did with Rosenquist, because the athletic, the training personnel did have to come out on the floor. He is going to have to sit out for just a moment. I think Dave Booth's just going to say, hey, why don't you sit out for a minute? Let's take a look at you, see if we can get some of that blood.
It looks more like a popped lip, I think, than a nose.
Anyway, Van der Wettering hits on the first, and now he'll get the bonus.
And it is the USD bench is telling us it's a lip.
Well, that's one towel that's going to need a good washing job when the night's over.
Tooth Fairy might get some action tonight.
So Van der Wettering hits them both. Back to a 7-point game at 58-51, USD on top, and again the full court pressure from South Dakota State. Look at Moeller bringing the ball up very impressively. Morris. Keep in mind, Williams is out of there just for the moment. He'll be back in when it's dead. Taranas just got rid of it in time for a to avoid the 5-second call. Taranas over White. And it was a three-pointer.
His second of the night.
And again, double digits for the Coyotes now, 61-51, 6:05 to play in the ball game.
15 points of the night for Toronto.
Bauman on the inside, high off the glass, rebounded by Moeller. White knocks it away.
Quick hands.
So without the ball in the hands of Brennigan, USD trouble hanging on to it. And you can tell that the Jacks are doing everything they can to keep it out of Brennigan's hands in the backcourt. Taranas, as Moeller, actually that's Brennigan, goes to the deck. And we'll see how he got there.
I think it's number 44, Van der Wettering. Knocked him down right before the camera got there, and that's his fourth.
Well, that was questionable because it looked for a bit there like Brennigan was still moving as he set the pick.
White will come out. Matthews checks back in, so look for Matthews again on the drive when SDSU has the ball.
Brennigan hits the first on the 1-and-1. Counts checks back in. Remember, he has 4 fouls for South Dakota State. He'll take the place of Van Wettering.
All right, guys, do a nice down boxing out. Arms in, move your feet.
Brannigan hits them both. Back to 10 for the Coyotes. Leiferman to Boer. Boer on Brannigan. Shot too strong. State will hang on to it. And Rouse slow getting up.
Yep, ball just coming out of Rouse's hands as he's going down.
He and Leiferman were wrestling for it underneath. And again, a mop-up job. Ball out of bounds to South Dakota State. Boer. Matthews. Boer looking into Leiferman, gets it into him with Rao in his hip pocket. Bauman with 25 left on the shot clock. Matthews around the pick that time by Counts. Matthews for 3.
Little indecision, I think, on Matthews' part, and it cost him.
And the USD fans will let you know that one didn't hit anything. Inside, 4:30 to play in regulation. USD with the basketball and a 10-point lead. Taranez on the inside, might have forced it. And now the State fans get their air ball chant out. Matthews can't hit. Matthews gets it back, but he was on the line.
Had a good couple of trips down for Tony Matthews.
Chris White will be back in when it's dead for South Dakota State. Brannigan gives it up to Williams. We haven't seen him put it up since he got the fat lip a moment ago. Brannigan.
Boer again on Williams.
That was Moeller firing up the miss. South Dakota State trying to run with it. 2 on 4. Bauman wisely holds it up. Matthews for 3.
Caught it in stride, let his momentum work for him.
It's one way to start a rally.
And they need one right about now, 3:16 left.
And Williams does a nice job pushing it up, but as Boer came by right in front of us, he was holding Williams' jersey, and we'll see if we can look at it again. Watch Boer with the football move here, trying to bring him down by his jersey.
Maybe this is why he's had such great coverage on him all night.
Either that or he got a fingernail caught on his jersey, one of the two. That's what you call obvious.
Boer, though, with his 3rd. Really doing a pretty good job on Williams, although Williams is slowly but surely racking up some points.
Williams, the #1 free throw shooter in the North Central Conference. A 96% success rate from the charity stripe.
Williams with 17, 3 of those were 3-pointers.
That's his average. He averages 17 a game. And he hits them both. Back to a 9-point advantage for USD. Inside the bucket and the foul, and it looked like Leiferman, and it is Leiferman who'll go to the line.
And his first basket of the night. Nice dish down inside, little move on Rao. And there's the foul. Gets it to go. Rao's 3rd, the only one really in trouble. Moeller has 4 for USD. 2 players for State have 4, Counts and Van Wettering.
One of the reasons for Leiferman's success, he's added 2 inches and 15 pounds since he's been rolling at South Dakota State. I don't think that's all from good cooking.
I'm going to say, what food do you eat to gain inches? I'd like to have some of that.
Flintstone's vitamins, I think. 6-point game. 65-59. Inside 3 minutes to go in regulation. USD with the basketball and the lead. And right now they're going to go to work on the clock as Matthews gets called for reaching in. Free throw time for John Brennigan. Jim Thorson pleading his case, which falls on deaf ears to one of the officials.
Doesn't it always?
And Brennigan missed, which is kind of an upset considering he shoots 88% from the line. Here's White. Out of control a bit. Counts will be whistled for the foul, and if it is
that Leiferman?
Well, it will be Leiferman, because I started to say if that was Counts, he would be done, but it's Leiferman. And we walk to the other end for free throws. Take a look, 54.
And the 6'7" sophomore now has 3. Must have been before our cameras got there.
2 men. That guy's moving here.
Nothing wrong with that picture.
We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
To the line, Doug Moeller, who was not around at the end of last night's game against Augustana because he fouled out. And it was
10 fouls.
10 fouls.
Once you hit the 10 team foul mark, everything's a 2-shot foul. And that's what they're pointing out to the players who weren't listening to the instructions that they were given by the officials. So slaps on the wrist all the way around. Seven-point lead again for USD, 66-59. White to Leiferman to Boer. Back to White, trying to find something with it, hangs in the lane, and gets the roll.
White starting to come alive, 15 points.
You can tell now he's trying to do it all himself. USD calls time as they again have trouble with the press in the backcourt. We're going to keep it right here with 2:07 to play in the regulation. That will leave USD with 1 timeout for the final 2:07. South Dakota State still has 2.
And I tell you, Chris White, I was saying earlier, it looked like he had the athletic ability to just go ahead and do that. Drive the lane. If the shot's there, go ahead and take it. If not, can dish it off to somebody else. Tony Matthews also doing a good job of that. But Chris White, the 6'1" junior from Hammond, Indiana, really showing that he can take control too. He can do it when it's on the line, and it certainly is with 2:07 left.
I think what Dave Boots is telling his guys right now is simply we've got a 5-point lead with 2:07 left. If we can control the basketball, we're going to win the game. We're going to have to hit our free throws down the stretch, but we're going to have to hang on to the ball, because if we can run 45 seconds off the clock every time we have it, and then when they foul us, if we can hit our free throws, we're going to win.
And they are a good free throw shooting team.
But it's easier said than done. They had problems hitting key free throws last night, and they're lost to Augustana. But it's a little easier to hit them when you're ahead than it is when you're behind. And the main difference for USD tonight, they have not had to play catch-up in this ballgame, and they chased Augustana all last night and never caught them.
I think that makes the three-pointers a little bit longer. The free throw line makes the basket a little bit smaller.
Williams gets it into the hands of Brennigan. He's been a virtual lock tonight for USD, bringing the ball up. Matthews almost had a steal that time. And Brennigan will bring it out as they go to work on the clock. USD going for every pass now. A long shot that time for Taranes. I don't think Dave Boots wanted that at all. Ball out of bounds to State.
Yeah, after taking quite a bit of time, moving the ball around, taking time off the clock, and then they come out with a long, almost pro-range three-pointer.
So here comes State. They trail it by 5.
Let's see if White tries to take over.
Every important possession.
He's got it.
It's crucial. Body's on the floor, and what do we have? A held ball, and it will go to State. Will hang on to it.
White and Williams getting tangled up.
Credit White that time for maintaining his dribble as he was falling down. That way he didn't pick up the traveling call. Fresh 45 that time for the Jackrabbits. White for 3. Oh, he's heating up. And as soon as it goes through, South Dakota State calls time to get their game plan ready as they now trail it by just a bucket with 1:17 to play, and we're going to keep it right here.
And boy, does that bring an extra threat from Chris White. Everyone knows he can drive and lay it in or drive and dish it off, but now he's hitting the three-pointer, and Chris White is feeling it. He's got the touch.
Well, it's gut check time for both sides now. We saw the women's game go down to the wire tonight. USD escaping with a 69-63 win. We'll take a look at White's three-pointer once more.
Good job also of getting around the pigs, getting out there to get himself open. But that doesn't put the basketball in the bucket.
And just a reminder, Eyewitness News, which is ordinarily seen at this time, will be seen in its entirety following tonight's ball game, and then following Eyewitness News, it's Twin Peaks, which will be seen in its entirety. And it won't be at 10:30, but it'll be as close to 10:30 as we possibly can make it. It'll be a half hour after this game gets over. So Jim Thorson calling a quick timeout. He wanted to set up his full court defense here. It's been giving USD some trouble, and they barely get it in. Keep in mind that 5-second count continues until someone touches the ball inbounds. Rennigan trying to give it up to somebody, and he gives it up to Moeller. It's guarded by Counts. Remember, Counts has 4 fouls. Williams got his man off the end. Hits the
big
shot.
time.
Hits the shot from 15. He threw it up in desperation as he was fouled by Boer.
Look at that, off balance.
What a key play.
Well, that's an understatement. He kind of hit the same thing three-pointer last night to end the first half. You could kind of sense that he was looking for the foul more than just to hit the shot, but boy, that would have been a feather in the cap to have the shot too, and sure enough, he nailed it. So just when you think also you got Williams covered, he comes back.
A huge three-point play makes it a 5-point game now inside a minute to play. 45 and counting.
White and Matthews, one of them's gonna go.
Boer for 3. Rebounded by the Coyotes. Foul on Boer.
Went for the steal. Little too much body action and hand slapping in there.
And he's done. Boer with 5. He becomes the first player to foul out tonight. And Ryan Natchez, the freshman out of Milford, Iowa, will check back in as Boer's done for the night.
Tirana is with 15. Again, just a freshman.
72% from the line. Seven-point lead with 32 seconds left, and all State can do now is throw it up. And that's exactly what Matthews does, a wild shot. And USD can put this one in the refrigerator.
USD really got hot when they had to get hot. They did the things that they had to do in the second half. And obviously a big, big win for them.
And so the traveling trophy, which was awarded for the first time tonight in honor of late sportscaster Norm Hilson, will stay in Vermilion for the 1990-1991 season. Keep in mind, USD still has to go up and play the Jackrabbits up at Brookings. That game coming up on March 1st. The next to the last conference game of the year. Final 20 seconds now. White throws up a three-pointer. And he gets it back. White now will go to the line for the three-point play, but it's going to be too little too late, as they trail it by 7 with 9 ticks left.
White has 20. Just played a whale of a ball game, as has Matthews.
White has been especially effective in the second half. He converts on the three-point play. And now all USD has to do is hit some free throws and we'll go home. Foul was on Leiferman, his 4th. As Williams will go to the line. And again, a mop-up job here tonight. A valiant effort tonight by the visitors who had their opportunities. But USD doing what they couldn't do last night, and that's get a lead and maintain it. As they will go on to post their 3rd victory in conference action. They'll up their record to 12-6 overall, 3-6 in the conference. State will fall to 14-5, 5-5 in NCC action. The ball game. USD beats South Dakota State. Your final from the Dakota Dome, the Coyotes 75, Jackrabbits 67. We'll be coming back for a final word in a moment. You're watching NCC basketball on the Eyewitness Sports Network.
A massive march for support in Aberdeen.
Coming up, it's the big